Going live. You're live! Hello everyone, I'm Santiago, and today I'm gonna be testing Monster Hunter Rise demo on the GTX 1050 Ti, 570, 1650 Super, and maybe in the end we're doing the 750 Ti. How are you guys doing? Welcome. So, Monster Hunter Rise, a Nintendo Switch game. It's coming to PC next year, but we're getting now a demo, so we're going to be checking that out. It's on Steam. If you want to get the demo, link in the description. So, hi, Jim76UH, Alessio, The Raven, Kilvartman, Nono Atata, Amir Mohammad, Rocarola, nice name. The save on the demo version can be played on day one version? No, it cannot. I asked about that already, and I got a negative on that one. So Monster Hunter Rise, again a Nintendo Switch game, so it's probably going to run okay. Let's find out. So yeah. Hi, Bondele al horno, buen nombre vos también. Hi Santiago, is this a demo? Yes, it's implied in the title. But yes. What's up, Honka Bonka? Nice to see you guys. Welcome to the live stream. So I'm launching the game now. One sec. And it says upon closing this software, the data will be removed, which means your save files are not going to stick around, basically. So yeah. Anyway. So give me one sec. Not sure if I have audio. Yeah, I do. I disabled the music. So guys, remember this is a Nintendo Switch game ported to PC. So yeah, you played this on the Switch. Yeah, I mean, if you played it on the Switch, you know what to expect. They should have better graphics, but overall, it's the same core game. Okay, it has a lot of options as well. So as you can see, it has 70% resolution, 100% resolution, and 150%. We're going to keep it at 100% as usual. Then high resolution textures. Yes, please, give me those. If you can probably notice that. Yeah, these are probably, let me show you that super quick. I love that it has a graphical comparison thing in the menu. So this is textures normally. This is high resolution textures. So over the Switch, I'm guessing these are the Switch version textures. So yeah, definitely an improvement. Then, what else? Texture filtering. We got, okay, texture filtering, the usual. Ambient occlusion, well, quite a big impact to the visuals without ambient occlusion. Shadow quality, low, medium, and high. Okay, yeah, we keep it on high. Dynamic shadows, yes. Equipment shadows on or off, what the hell? This must be hilarious when you have a lot of armor on yourself. That's hilarious. You can disable the equipment shadows. What the heck? Mesh quality. Okay, two options. We're keeping it on the highest. Bird Watch. How are you doing, man? So mesh quality, we keep it on high. Anti-aliasing, we got no anti-aliasing, TAA, FXAA, and TAA plus FXAA. From what I can see here, I think TAA only is good enough. Foliage sway, motion blur, we're disabling it. Thank you very much. Lens distortion, no. Vignette effect, yeah, no, let's keep it on normal. Depth of field, let's keep it on. Film grain, why would you enable film grain? And that's about it. So a lot of options, nice to see. So let's get it back. Hi guys, welcome back. How are you doing? So yeah, a lot of options. What I'm doing is the highest settings, which in this game is called high. So let's put the actual name. This is 1080p high. And remember, a Switch game, Nintendo Switch game on PC. So a direct port from the Switch version. So let's get right into it. I'm going to use a controller for this one. Let's see if the controller works. Okay, yeah, it does. So I'm using an Xbox Series controller. TAA and FXAA are too blurry for me, so I keep it off. That's okay, that's a good addition. You can increase the image quality to 150%. You get a massive performance hit, but at least you don't get that blurriness. So yeah, 1080p, there's uncapped frame rates and an ultra-wide position correction option. So if you have an ultra-wide monitor, you can correct the UI. That's great. Good to see. Capcom learned its lesson. Let's play solo. So since I never played this game and I'm not a huge Monster Hunter person, I'm going to go with the basic training quest. Didn't get a notification for this stream. YouTube issue. Yeah, YouTube with my notifications, well, pretty hit or miss. Let's see. That's why I put it on the community tab for you guys to find me. So let me see. Which one should I choose? I want something that is fast. But none of these appear to be super quick. I think I'll just go for the audience retention. Yeah, full-on audience retention. We'll see soon enough. I found the VRAM counter in games to be a bit inaccurate. Yeah, it basically is.
Hanging in there?
Okay. Time limit 50 minutes. Okay, that's fair. I can do that. So, I'm getting 90 frames per second. Yeah, this is definitely a Nintendo Switch game running on PC, but it looks great. I'm noticing a lot of pixelation. That's probably due to the TAA. Yeah, this game looks very pixelated actually. Reminds me of Resident Evil 3 hair. Not sure if you can notice that, guys, but the stuff into the distance can be pretty blurry. Not sure if it's a thing on how the game renders stuff. Look at that into the distance. There's some graininess to the image. Pretty weird. Let's try 150% resolution. 100%, 150% instead of 100%. Okay, yeah, that definitely improves things, but it's not fixed.
Haha, you're here.
Yeah. Yeah, it improves things, 150% resolution, but it kinda kills the frame rate, so reminds me of Skyrim. Yeah, it's nothing like Skyrim. But I understand the comparisons, visually speaking. Anyway, let's go back into the menu. Image quality at 100%. Yeah, at 150% I can notice that there is almost no blurriness to speak of. But it makes sense, it's 50% more pixels. Is this a new game or a remake? This is a new game. It was initially released on the Switch. Now it's on PC, the demo. The full game will release in a few months, next year. I think March. So yeah, it was supposed to run well because it's a Switch game running on PC. So yeah, pretty interesting. Looks good actually. To be a Switch game, on PC at least, it looks decent. I was actually expecting worse visuals. So yeah, January 12th, 2022. Okay, so yeah, on January 12th, this is releasing on PC. So we're a couple months away, and so far, visually speaking, it's okay, it's a Switch game. So let's try, yeah, 1080p is fine, guys. Let me restart the quest, because I'm lost. El juego corre en DirectX 12, ¿no? Sí, es DirectX 12. Yeah, guys, for the people wondering, this is a DX12 game. SMAA is my go-to anti-aliasing. In this game, that's not an option, but you can force a higher resolution if you want to. Do you think 1050 Ti can handle Forza Horizon 5? Yeah, it should be fine. Do not trust system requirements, please. We're going to try it anyway. Puede ser, Ashu, capaz que sí. Paciencia.
Yo, my favorite pupil. Welcome.
Okay, here we go. We're going to play a little bit on 1080p, then we do 1440p. I want to see if in the fights it stays at that resolution, at that frame rate. Okay, yeah. Okay, this is the most basic tutorial. It's teaching me how to run, and the birds are noisy today, what the hell? The X12 is good, the X11 should die already? I don't think so. Okay, I know how to attack and I know how to heal. That should be enough. Let's go fight. Where is it? Yeah, the 970 is an old GPU, but it's more powerful than a 1050 Ti. I'm guessing that they're saying 970 because of VRAM. It's 3.5 gigabytes. Yeah, let's go directly into the fight. So let's go with the beginner. I'm going to choose... yeah, the audience retention one. Oh, you know what? Let's do something different. Let's go heavy now. This is what I would use in the actual game, myself. Will this run on the X11 cards? I'm going to find out at the end of the live stream. Okay, so where to? So it's the same map, it seems. Alright, so far so good. Ah, ok, Ashu, se agradece eso, la información. So people are saying if you have only 1 gig of VRAM, the game will have a lot of graphical bugs. Well, kinda makes sense. 1 gigabyte of VRAM in 2021, not great. Saludos, Brian. Saludos desde Uruguay. Brian, perdón, no Brian. Okay, I target the monster. Oh, there we go. So I attack with triangle and square. I'm talking about PlayStation things. It's blurry because of the depth of field. No, I don't think so. I think it's the shadows. The shadows are pretty low resolution actually. So if you use super sampling it will be better. But I think I'll mix it with FXAA, yeah. I'm going to try that super quick. TAA plus FXAA. Okay, it looks a little bit better. At least it hides the blurriness a little bit better. Oh man. I fainted. Perfect. I don't know how to fight in this. Only... and the blurriness is of the depth of field, but in the borders of the screen. I'm talking about stuff into the distance. But I'm going to check that out super quick. Shadows are not low res. Those shadows are blurry in how are made. What does that even mean? Hang on. Oh, okay. Never mind. I stand corrected. I spoke too soon. The depth of field even blurs stuff into the distance, but... yeah, I can see a lot of shimmering without depth of field. So let's put this as depth of field off. Thanks guys for the heads up. I stand corrected. But overall the game looks pretty... how to say this? It has a lot of jaggies. And the shadow draw distance is pretty poor. But again, it's a Switch game. But still, good numbers, not gonna lie. I forgot already about the 970 3.5 gigabytes thing. Well, I remember. I will remember it forever. I'm not going to let go. I promise. I forgot how to target enemies. Am I that useless? I'm confused. Anyway, let's run directly to where we have to go. Still trying to learn the controls. Try 150% image quality. Yeah, that's going to probably fix it, but it's going to affect performance significantly, so... Yeah, that's probably going to fix it. Yeah, now the game looks fantastic. So plus 150% image quality. So yeah, this gets rid of the blurriness. The aliasing is completely removed with 150% image quality, but we are forcing a higher resolution. But man, the game looks so much better. It's ridiculous. But I'm guessing that on native resolution should look okay. I'm using a 4K screen, so 1080p looks blurry, but with 150% resolution looks pretty good actually on 1080p. So yeah. I thought it was 1440p. No, this is 1080p, guys. Now with 150% resolution is definitely over 1440p now. But the base resolution is 1080p. And this character missing every attack with that weapon, yeah. I don't know how is that even possible. I forgot how to lock into the enemies. But in Monster Hunter I always miss every attack. I think you can ride the dog to go faster. Do I? I don't know. I'm lost. Anyway, I'm going to find that monster. It's right around the corner. But as you can see, guys, visually it's okay. It's a Switch game with 150% image quality. It actually looks pretty solid. There you are. Found you. Okay, there we go. That's how you lock in.
Pay attention to your stamina.
All right. There we go. Jesus.
Be careful.
I'm not even aware what I can do. I know the reason. Field of depth. No, depth of field is off. It's disabled. I already disabled it. Hold B button next to the dog to go right. Okay, thanks for the heads up. I'm going to try it next time. But guys, if you want to play with 150% resolution, you can do so on 1080p. Even when fighting, seems to be fine. Visually speaking, it looks inferior to Monster Hunter World, I would say. I mean, it's a Switch game, kinda makes sense that it looks like that. But on PC it holds up pretty well. I don't know how it looks on the Switch exactly. I think I got him. But on PC it looks okay. It looks like an older game. Oh, it's not dead yet. Never mind. I'd rather play this on PC than Switch. Yeah, I don't know. Never played it on the Switch. Visually, on PC it's okay. To be a Switch game, the textures are better, that's for sure. And I miss every single hit. Hi, Janice Gamer. Long time no see, man. So yeah, with 150% resolution, I think those are good results. You get rid of that blurriness that I was speaking about. Looks super, how to say this, super sharp. Doesn't have that graininess to the image like on native resolution. But it requires a lot more GPU power, without a doubt. I don't really like playing on handhelds. Well, some people do not like it. Personally, I'd rather play on a big screen, yeah. But this feels more like a handheld-driven game. Well, that user interface is huge though. Look at that map. Yeah, it's pretty clear that this is a portable game at its heart. Because the UI is huge. Are you dead yet? So close. Do you i5 for core 4 thread dead in 2021? Should be okay. Should be the absolute minimum nowadays. 4 cores, 4 threads. Are you dead yet? My PC is dying, it has 2 cores only. Help me. I cannot help you. Sorry. Sorry, man. Okay, he's running away. Oh, there we go. Thanks, guys, for the heads up about the dog. Yeah, this is way better now. I can chase around them. I wish Nintendo made high-powered consoles again. Maybe in the future, who knows? The Switch has been so popular that they maybe make a Switch 2.0. How do I get out? Nope. There we go. Die, monster. Genshin Impact plus Dark Souls Monster Hunter. Well, Monster Hunter started before Genshin Impact was a thing, and before Dark Souls was a thing. The thing that bothers me with Monster Hunter is that there are no health bars on the monsters. That would be nice. A nice addition. No cross-save kinda killed this game for me. What do you mean cross-save? Your Switch progress cannot be carried over? Okay, I got him. Finally.
Piece of cake.
Piece of cake. Piece of cake. Literally 10 minutes fighting the same monster. Okay. That's nice and all, but let's try 1440p now. 1080p is fine. You can even do 150% resolution. So 1440p. Oh, you mean save transfer from the Switch? Gotcha. Gotcha. Alright, 1440p now. So 1440p, high settings, 100% image quality, which again should be native resolution. And this looks way sharper, so definitely, I think 1440p is a good idea on this one. Yeah. Yeah, definitely a Switch game, Nexicos, yeah. But it's nice to have a game that runs well. Thank you for playing. No, thanks to you. No, I don't want to pre-order. Don't pre-order, guys. Try turning off that fulfilled. That fulfilled is off. Gabriel, what the hell, man? I already told you. What's wrong with you? Let's try something else. Sword and shield, no. Dual blades, hell yeah. Yeah, come on, guys. Alright, so now it's 1440p on the highest settings, 100% image quality, which means native resolution, and without depth of field. And as you can see, we get 60 frames right here. Let's see super quick if 150% resolution at 1440p kills the GPU. It probably will. Yeah, 30 frames per second. So I'll stick with 100% resolution right now. On PC it looks like a game made of toys. Maybe because the resolution is too high on PC. But it looks good, not gonna lie. To be a Switch game, I think they did a good job transferring it over to PC. Texture quality is good. The shadows are not great. They do the job. But the shadow draw distance is a little bit poor, I'd say. And of course, Monster Hunter World looks better. But that makes sense. It's not a Switch game, the other one. Okay, I'm probably going to faint pretty quickly on this one. Okay, I fight much faster like this. Definitely this build works better for me. Sí, Jorge, ¿todo bien? ¿Y vos? Sí, bastante bien, la verdad. Es un juego de Switch, así que se esperaba, pero igual, bastante sorprendido. Yeah guys, it's a Switch game, so it was to be expected really. But at the same time, I'm glad that they did a good job with it. Sometimes there are 2D games that run bad, so the filter of the shadows is like to be used on objects far from the ground. Gotcha. Yeah, they're pretty soft shadows. But I mean, the shadows don't look bad. The thing is that the raw distance of the shadows can be pretty poor at times. Although in comparison to Switch, it's probably much better, I'm guessing. Is this game for PC? Yeah, this is a PC version. It's the demo. The PC version releases on January 12th, I think. So this is the demo, but probably the full game is going to run the same. Oh, nice. I can control other monsters.
Amazing.
Interesting. I don't know what I'm doing, really. I'm trying not to die.
Masterful work.
That's cool. I can ride monsters.
Observe how it's done.
Okay, let's move around. And let's go get the other monster. So yeah guys, 1440p I would say best settings for the 1050 Ti or 1080p with 150% resolution, which is a little bit over 1440p in that case. Let's go get him. Strong attack. Kill him. Thank you very much. You're welcome. Happy that you're here, man. Yeah, even close to the water, we're getting good numbers. So, good stuff. Okay, the monster died. Oh, he just flew away. Okay. He didn't want to fight no more. No, Johan, there's a graphical improvement. They improved the shadow resolution. Oh, there's some reflections actually, interesting. They improved the texture resolution and the shadow resolution, and the draw distance appears to be a little bit better. But I mean, I wasn't expecting like a next-gen looking game. Visually, there's definitely an improvement. Although, yeah, it's not like a completely different game. RX 570, yeah, that's coming in a minute. Patience. But so far, even in parts with reflections going on, it still holds up, over 60 frames at 1440p. But textures are definitely better. I can say that much. Is this game as difficult as Monster Hunter World? I don't know, because I played this for 30 minutes. And Monster Hunter World, I never actually started playing it for real. I played it like, what, 5 hours? So yeah, it feels like Monster Hunter. That's all that I can say.
Embarrassing.
Okay, Sam will work on RX 580. I really do not know what that is exactly, so I don't think so. I think that's an RDNA feature. Alright. So 1440p is fine. Let's do now 4K. The greater resolution to rule them all. So 4K now on the highest settings. So 4K high settings, no depth of field because blurriness, we don't like that. And what else? Oh, and 100% image quality, which means native resolution, as you can see there. What about that famous Nickelodeon game everyone's talking about? I'm going to test it later. I got a review code for the Xbox and the PC, but I didn't have time to test it out as of yet. But I'm getting to it eventually. So yeah, I'm going to play the Nickelodeon Smash Brothers thing. It'll be interesting. First time to catch you live, and I gotta sleep now. Have fun. Okay, Agent 551, thanks for saying hi. Have a good night. Good night's sleep. Always useful. So yeah, thanks for being here, man. So which game franchise is your favorite right now? My favorite game franchise, I would say one of my OG favorites is Resident Evil. But I have a lot of franchises I love. I love Far Cry, Resident Evil, the older Assassin's Creeds, the Dark Souls games. I don't know, I just like video games in general, so it's difficult to choose. I watch your Hot Wheels Unleashed stream and I'm playing it, it's a lot of fun. Okay, enjoy, man. Enjoy. Good game. Without a doubt. So as you can see guys, 4K, completely fine, over 30 frames per second, so I think the Switch runs this at 30 frames, so I can do 4K. Mind blown. They actually did a good job, it seems. Even on fights. Let's do a big fight. So let's do the most challenging fight in this demo that I'm definitely not prepared for. La demo tiene de nuevo, pa, me mataste, Juanjo, no tengo ni idea. Me mataste con eso. No sabría decirte. How long does this demo go? You got 50 minutes on each encounter, but you can replay the encounters as many times as you want. So there's a basic training quest, a Wyvern riding training test, and 3 fights that you can, again, repeat as many times as you like. But I'm going to the most dangerous fight, because why not? Let's do it. I'm going to go hammer this time. Have you played the older Monster Hunter games? I played Monster Hunter 3 on the Wii, and I played Monster Hunter World on PC, but I never really got into them. Because there was a lot of preparation for each fight, and I'm usually pretty short on time. So yeah. But I know a little bit about fighting on video games, so what bothers me about Monster Hunter is there are no health bars for the monsters. That kinda bothers me, because I could be fighting for 30 minutes, and well, I get bored pretty easily. Do you like Fallout games? Yes, I love them. I've finished Fallout 3, New Vegas. Well, New Vegas, I haven't finished it yet, but I am halfway through, I think. And I want to finish Fallout 4 as well. It feels more like an action game rather than an RPG like Fallout 3. So yeah, I love them. The game works surprisingly well. I mean, it's a Switch game, so it was kinda to be expected. But at the same time, I'm super happy that they did a good job with it. At least on the performance side. It is better than I anticipated, so good job, Capcom. I mean, I can even do 4K on a 1050 Ti. That to me is pretty good. Even when fighting. Would you say that the 1650 is a good card for laptops? Yeah. Yeah. Jesus, that's a powerful monster. I have 512 megabyte GPU, 2 GB of RAM, and a 1.6 GHz CPU in 2006, and it was enough. Yeah. And now where's the world going? Yeah, kinda crazy. I agree. Kinda crazy because I used to have a Core 2 quad, 4 GB of RAM, and it was like insanely powerful for that time. And then it got old pretty quickly. Then an i3 was beating my Core 2 quad. Remember those days. There's no game like Witcher 3. Yeah, Witcher 3 is pretty good. Oh, I can just climb. That's cool. Interesting. So there's more verticality on this one. How do I jump though? No, that's not how I jump. Yeah, this is interesting. I like the grappling hook mechanic. Reminds me of Just Cause. And I can run over walls just like nothing. You're kinda late, how's performing? Pretty well. We're doing 4K actually. And it's 30 frames per second on the highest settings. On a 1050 Ti. I mean, what the hell? ¿Esto es 4K nativo? Sí. Yeah, guys, this is native 4K. There's an image quality toggle, which is 70%, 100%, and 150%. This seems to be, 100% seems to be native resolution. There's the monster we were looking for. Come round here. Yeah, I'm going to die in one hit, right? Yeah, this is the hardest monster in the demo. I'm probably going to die in a couple hits. But I wanted to at least find him.
Watch your health.
Yeah, one hit and I lose half my health. Sounds like Dark Souls. Yeah, even with effects on screen, we're fine. Qué locura, sí, pero al mismo tiempo acordate que es un juego que corre en Nintendo Switch nativamente. For the people wondering, yeah, this is originally a Nintendo Switch game, so kinda makes sense. But at the same time, it's nice to have a 4K available for budget GPUs. Well, not available, buyable on budget GPUs. I think it's 30 frames on the Switch, so good stuff, actually. Yeah, it looks good and it's a Switch game. It scales pretty well. Let's try super quick the resolution scale option very quickly. On 1080p I'd rather use 150% image quality, but I think we're good like this. Oh guys, and also one question, do you rather me have the camera facing the one side of my face, or do you rather me have the camera in front of the screen like this, like a like a Zoom call? I don't know, let me know. What would you rather? The camera here or the camera on the side? No? What do you mean with no, Mark? The heck is wrong with you? Maybe from the side? Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. More opinions, please. Side? Okay. Current view is good. Gotcha. Thanks for the feedback. It's appreciated. We're back. Hey Linus, I'm not Linus. Okay, so on daytime, we appear to still be fine. Let's check out the resolution scaler super quick. The side one, gotcha. Thanks guys, I appreciate it. Should be stirring our soul otherwise. Yeah, you're right. That's a good way to put it. What's your opinion on the Xbox Series S? It's a mixed bag overall, but I'm going to make a video about it later, talking about why it's a mixed bag for me. So let's try something super quick. The resolution scale. Not sure if you guys can notice, but when you look very far into the distance, there's some slight blurriness. At 4K it's less noticeable. At 1080p it's very easy to see. So let me put the camera in the right position so you guys can see it. Yeah, now it's very hard to notice, but I'm going to do it anyways. So this is 100% resolution and this is 150. Not sure if you could see that change, but there's like less blurriness. In the grass you can probably notice it. So not sure how the game scales things, but 150% resolution looks like native resolution and 100% looks like sub-resolution. It's kind of weird to explain. This is 100% and this is 150, but kills the performance, so yeah. I don't know. On 1080p is more noticeable though. Let me do that for you guys. So 4K is fine. You can do 4K 30, 1440p 60 or 1080p 60. So good stuff. So we're back on 1080p now. And let me show you something super quick. So 1080p. So this is 100% image quality. You can probably notice the blurriness that I'm showing you on the grass. If I put it at 150 now, you get more, yeah, the edges are a lot better, which makes sense. It's a higher resolution, but this does not look like native 1080p. This does look like 1080p on 150, so I'm kind of confused on that front. Anyway. Yeah, Mark, I did it when I was a child, actually. That's how I started. So yeah, if you use 100% image quality, it's fine and all, but you're going to notice a lot of blurriness, like on the Resident Evil games on interlace mode. So either do 1080p with 150% image quality or 1440p. And if you don't care about the frame rate, do 4K. You're good to go there. So yeah, 150% image quality I think is the way to go on 1080p. It's basically 60 frames, but the blurriness is basically gone. As a kid I didn't even know piracy was illegal. Same. That's the truth. That's how it works actually. Yeah, when you're a child you don't know that pirating is bad. I remember those times. And in South America, I mean, people don't even remember that pirated stuff exists. That's the only thing they know in real life. It's kinda an economy thing, I think.
Wonderful work, my friend.
I can see the map from a mile away. Yeah, same. The map is huge. In the screen, I mean. The UI this is clearly a portable game first. Anyway, let's do the 570, shall we? So we get out of the game. Piracy is illegal? Yes, it is. And you're tired of pretending that it's not. Yeah, it's very bad, but in South America, people always pirate stuff. I must be one of the very few that do not. Okay, here we go guys, swapping GPUs, 1 sec. And let me adjust the camera. There we go. So time for the 570. So as I was saying, the economy here is usually pretty bad. Back when physical copies were a thing, people just didn't buy them. We were just getting pirated games on the streets. You could buy them on markets. So we didn't know it was illegal as kids. But some people just do not care. It's kind of part of the culture nowadays, I would say. But since Steam has regional pricing and, I don't know, the internet is more open, I think more people are buying stuff nowadays. Thanks to Steam, mostly in Uruguay there's less piracy. But yeah, in South America it's very, very common. Kind of a bummer, but what can you do? Alright, 570, here we go. Alright, give me 1 sec. Okay, I already had the drivers ready for this one, so 570. And, oh, MSI Afterburner. That's a good one, Mark. I agree. Same thing. So Monster Hunter demo. Yeah, it will never die. Piracy will never die. But like Gavin said, it's a service issue. Because when I was a kid, yeah, I pirated games because I didn't know how to get a legit copy. There was a lot of physical media back then. And on the PlayStation 2, in South America, nobody bought games. Legit games in South America for the PlayStation 2, yeah, good luck. Good luck. Everybody had a cheap PS2 in South America. So once Steam started being more popular, I started buying games like crazy, even games already pirated in the past. So yeah, it's a service thing because it's easier to just open up Steam and download the game rather than looking it up in a dodgy site. So yeah, for me it's a service difference. Normal losing my save files, same. I remember that. It was terrible. And as you can see guys, it's a DX12 game, so it's compiling the shaders. That's always good to see. When it compiles shaders before launching the game, that's usually a hitch-free experience. So yeah. Sí, tal cual, Juanjo, tal cual. PS2, my childhood. I think they sell physical copies still. Really? That's insane. That's insane because when I bought a copy of Total War Shogun 2 for a friend as a birthday gift. I remember importing it from the UK to Uruguay. I think it was $10 or something like, no, sorry, 10 pounds. Yeah, something like that. And I got 2 CDs and a Steam key. And when you put the CDs, it installed Steam, got the game files, and then it just downloaded an update, and that was it. The CD was useless. You didn't need it. Yeah, I agree, Andrea, I agree, but I mean, it's a non-issue because I stopped doing it years ago. So yeah, it's a thing of the past. I mean, let's be honest, everybody did it at some point. So yeah, publicly it doesn't sound good, but it's just real life. I mean, I wouldn't believe you if you said you never did it. I mean, come on. Everybody was a kid at some point. Okay, what's happening with those textures? Oh man. What's wrong with the textures? Oh no. Let's restart the game. If you said you never played pirated games, you're lying. Yeah. At least once in your life you did it. First time I bought a CD, I didn't know how to install it. Been there, done that. Howdy, Box Knight. How's it going? Let's see if those textures are fixed. Known bug with AMD cards. Oh, that's a shame. Oh, and it's the RE engine. Nice. I thought it was the MT framework engine, so they swapped engines. Nice, finally. PSP games were super pirated. Yeah, makes sense. Once they cracked the internals, well. Okay. I'm fine, thanks. You got your first PC at the age of 24. Whoa, that's pretty old. Well, it depends on your age. At the time, PCs were common. I got my first computer bought by myself at 12 or 13. I remember saving up for that. It was so nice to have a computer purchased with my own funds. I've been saving like for a year to get it. Windows 11 makes my game stutter. Sorry to hear that, man. Yeah, I stayed on Windows 10. Windows 11, not yet. It's not the time. In India, shops used to sell pirated CDs openly. We had no concept of piracy. Same in Uruguay. Now it's definitely illegal, which I'm fine with. I'm fine that the authorities are doing something. Okay, so we compile shaders before starting, which again, I agree with Emadraco. Usually means the games won't stutter, and as you can see, is 100 FPS on the 570 at 100% image quality, not 150. Which again, at least to me, the foliage in the distance is super blurry on 1080p. Not sure if you can notice that, but there's some very noticeable blurriness going on. As you can see into the distance, it makes sense, it's 1080p, but still, something seems off with the resolution. But if I put it at 150%, which again, 50% more pixels, look at the foliage into the distance. Much better. With 150% resolution, it looks super sharp, which again, makes sense, but still. On native resolution, it looks weirdly unstable. Kinda weird. Anyway, so this card can do 4K 60, we're about to find out. So again, this is 1080p at 150% resolution, which means probably over 1440p. So yeah, it looks perfect on 1080p with 150% resolution. I'm thinking we are not getting 120 frames even on native resolution because CPU limitations, which is kind of weird. Maybe the game is not meant to be running at that resolution, at that frame rate. So yeah. Not even high. Steam said RX 570 average quality 30 frames. Yeah, that's absolute BS. See guys, you can never ever trust system requirements. I mean, look at this. We're over 1080p on the highest settings at over 60 frames. Not even kidding. It's insane how optimized this game is, yeah. Although remember this is a Nintendo Switch game first and foremost. We got the PC version for January. So yeah, it's meant to be a portable game actually. But still, looks pretty good to be a portable game from the ground up. Smacked in the face. Yeah, it should be perfect for the 1030. Yeah, definitely. Here we go. Oh gee, going to die. How much are you hyped for Forza Horizon 5? I would say it's my most anticipated game this year. I love Forza Horizon. I mean, Forza Horizon 4 and 3 were my top 10 games each year, so definitely super pumped for that release. So yeah, we're definitely playing it on day one. Looks like a PS4 game in visuals. I don't know. That's up for debate. What I care about is that it plays well. I mean, no stutter so far. Visuals are okay. And it's pretty stable. And I think the texture quality pretty good. I want Horizon Zero Dawn Forbidden West on PC. Yeah, Horizon Forbidden West is probably coming to PC in a year or two. First it's going to be on PS5, and after a year or two, will probably come to PC. I mean, we have the first game on PC, so... Jurassic World Evolution 2 is coming to on the same day as Forza. Well, sorry, but Forza is coming first. But don't worry, I'm going to be covering both, probably.
Thanks for the support.
Anyway. Come on, kill me. Is Forza the best racing game in your opinion? Forza Horizon 4 I think is up there. The best racing game? Yeah, probably the best racing game in my memory. But I like a lot of racing games. I'm more of a Need for Speed Underground 2 and Carbon type of guy. So as you can see guys, 1080p even with 150% resolution is fine. If I put it at 100%, well, you get 100 frames, so why bother, really? Let's do 1440p. Should be okay. Yeah, even at 1440p we are good to go. So we're doing at 1440p and 150% resolution to get some of that select blur out of the image. And there we go, 60 frames. So 1440p and 150% resolution, pff, mind blown. Let's go. Okay, visually, a lot... Whoa, those edges, it looks so sharp at 1440p. Well, this is actually technically over 1440p, but still.
Pay attention to your stamina.
Looks insanely sharp.
Let us move.
This is probably going to be 4K 60. Let me check the options menu though, just double checking. Yeah, everything on the maximum. Motion blur, no thanks. Film grain, no thanks. Yeah, everything is maxed out. The only thing disabled is depth of field. Imagine Monster Hunter Rise, of all games, is going to use almost 6 gigs of VRAM. Yeah, imagine that. Imagine the options menu being right about VRAM usage. Crazy, doesn't it? I'll happily take Switch visuals for good performance. Same. Also, this doesn't look like Switch visuals. I mean, it doesn't look like a AAA current gen game, don't get me wrong. But it looks okay. I mean, considering the performance, it looks good. Need for Speed Underground 2, what a blast. I remember playing that game with my bros when I was a kid. Same. And I remember playing Need for Speed Carbon on PS2. Drifting along the canyon. That I didn't actually know how to drift. I only crashed against my opponent until he fell down the canyon. It was so fun. 8K 30 FPS se podrá. En la 1650 Super capaz que sí. Veremos. So yeah guys, 1440p native is going to be over 70 frames just fine. And if you want to have extra sharpness on the image, 150% resolution will do the job. So yeah, you're currently finishing Need for Speed Rivals from 2013. Still a good game. Yeah, still a good game, but not the best Need for Speed, without a doubt. Visually, that game is pretty good, though. Anyway. "4K 120 frames on the 1030, maybe."
Unacceptable.
Sí, tal cual, Juan, tal cual. Guess I can still play this on my 6700 HQ 1060 laptop. Yeah, of course. More than enough. So 1440p, as you can see, is fine. And if I go native resolution instead of 150%, I get, yeah, 90 frames. Yeah, definitely well optimized, considering the visuals. Okay, graphics-wise, 2016 Need for Speed looks the best, but I didn't like the controls. Yeah, it controls a little bit weird. I thought that I mean, it controls weird on the drifting side, Need for Speed 2016. But graphically it's amazing. Everything on nighttime looks incredible. So now we're doing 4K, so 4K high, and 100% image quality, because why do 150? I don't know, 4K looks super sharp by itself. Yeah, if I'm going at a 150% 4K, well, 30 frames, which is still incredibly acceptable. Let me see if I can lower the shadows a bit. Okay, average shadows, and we get 60 frames. So that's what we're doing. Worst Need for Speed is Undercover. That game is, yeah, but I like that one. I like the gameplay. But that's like saying I like car games. So, yeah. The game itself wasn't fantastic, but I played it on PS2 and I enjoyed myself. It was like Need for Speed Most Wanted, but with different visuals. On PS2 at least. So, medium shadows. Just to get that 60 frames per second experience. Then the rest is cranked up. So yeah, medium shadows, the rest cranked up. And as you can probably notice, over 60 frames. So yeah, you can do 4K 60 on a 570 on this one. I know, it's a Nintendo Switch game, but still. Good job on the performance, Capcom. Good job. Sí, tampoco un juego de Play 3, sí. Bueno, ahí ya se están yendo un poco al demonio, pero el juego se ve bien. Y corre muy bien. In my opinion, worst Need for Speed is The Run. I never finished that one. I only played like half an hour and I got bored. So I get that sentiment. Let's attack! The art design makes this game look good. I agree. I mean, art design is everything. You can have a good reflections, good shadows, but if the art is garbage, well, good luck. I remember that with Modern Warfare 2. Modern Warfare 2 still looks good, in my opinion, but the performance is insanely good. That's the art direction doing the heavy lifting. And glass system requirements were exaggerated this time. I mean, they usually are. Die. What is the best for you? What do you mean? The best for me? The best Need for Speed? That's a good question. I would say Underground 2. Underground 2 and Carbon. Those are my favorites. How quickly you grew that beard. I remember you having a baby face in Back 4 Blood stream. This a day. 1 day. Well, actually 2 or 3 days. Yeah. A couple days. A day and a half. Give or take. So yeah, my beard is growing super quick. Unfortunately, my DNA has that feature. Beard grows back in 24 hours. My baby face doesn't last long. Yeah, Need for Speed 2015 is also a good game. And visually is astonishing. So yeah, as you can see, 4K with medium shadows. Completely fine. Let's put those shadows on the highest. Just to check it out. Shadows on high. Yeah, still into the 60s actually, so... On high settings we can still play this game just fine at 4K. Imagine Santi going full beard and mustache. No thanks. Too itchy my face. I'm good. I'd rather have a baby face. Fits me better. Makes me look like I'm 20 years old when I'm actually 25. Chat bearded Santiago versus virgin babyface Santiago. Hey, that's my face you're talking about. What the hell, man? Nah, I'd rather have a baby face. It's more comfortable. My pillow doesn't get stuck in my face when I try to go to sleep. That would be nice. With a baby face, it's just smooth as butter. I don't know, just comfortableness over beardness, if that's a word. More RPCs 3 in the future? Yeah. Right now we're getting more games, so once new games stop releasing every couple days, we're doing RPCs 3, yeah. Quest failed. Yeah, that's kind of the point. Okay, let's go for the bigger monster, the Magnamalo. That one. And as you can see, there's a glitch on the AMD cards that you get those textures flickering, but it fixes itself once you're into the game. How about Switch emulation? Switch emulation is kinda controversial because Nintendo doesn't like it. So my Mario Odyssey stream on the Nintendo Switch emulator has been taken down, but at least I got some earnings out of it. The thing is, it doesn't stay as a video. It gets deleted. So yeah, that's kind of a shame. But yeah, I can do Switch emulation every once in a while. I can risk myself a couple times. Oh, you get the glitches on the 580 as well. Okay, gotcha. Thanks for the heads up. That's appreciated. But guys, 4K, 60 frames on a 570. Mind blown. RX 6600, meh. No surprises. Everything GPU related is a waste at the moment. What a shame. It would have been interesting. I mean, with the shortages, the mining, and everything going on in the world, it kinda makes sense. It's a bummer, but it is what it is. Switch emulation runs too good. Nintendo wants their hardware to sell. Well, good to know. Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, even with the hardest monster to fight and reflections on screen, I'm getting those over 50 frames at 4K, so... Yeah, there's even screen space reflections actually. They are not the best looking screen space reflections, so don't get me wrong, but they do the job. So yeah, Capcom did well on this one. Have you ever played Slaps and Beans? No, I never did it. I don't know what that is. Okay. So yeah, 4K is fine. Crisis Remastered Trilogy in 2 days from now, any stream? Yeah, I'm doing it on Friday. That's when the embargo lifts. I already have Crisis 2 and 3 on the Epic Games Store. But I cannot speak about them, unfortunately. I'm under an NDA. But I have them. I even have them on the Xbox. So yeah. Crisis Remastered 2 and Remastered 3 on Friday. So... We'll be testing that out, guys. I'm super excited to check them out live. But yeah, unfortunately, I'm under NDA for those. Anyway, so 4K is fine on the 570. So I would say on this one, do either 1080p with 150% resolution, 1440p with 150% resolution, or 4K with 100% resolution. It's 50 to 60 frames, no matter what, on the 570. So let's go back to 1080 for the 1650 Super. 8K comes on the 1650 Super, so patience. We're going to do it for the memes. So we get out of the game. Are you testing Elden Ring when it comes out? Of course, man. I'm a huge Dark Souls fan, so without a doubt, we're checking it out. Anyway, time to swap GPUs. 1 second, guys. $570 to the side. 1650 Super. Time to shine. Rise and shine. 1650 Super. Rise and shine. Sunshine. Okay, that should be good. Santiago, create a poll on CPU cores and thread counts. Sure. Poll. CPU cores. 2 cores. 4 threads. 4 cores. 4 threads. And we do 4 cores. 8 threads. Master race. And then we have, let's put 6 cores and 12 threads. For the rich people here, like me, that have a Ryzen 5 3600 in the streaming PC. Ok, here we come. Escribí en inglés. ¿Puedes probarla de 10:30? Sí, capaz que al final. Veremos. Veremos cómo estamos de tiempo. Alright, guys. Here we come. 1650 Super. We open up side Afterburner. Oh, also, I'm going to do DSR for 8K at the very end of the stream. It will be fun to do 8K and break the game. You're poor. Happy to know, man. Happy to know. I'm poor as well. I mean, if I didn't live in my parents' house, I wouldn't be able to do these live streams. I wouldn't be able to afford it. So yeah, I'm rich while I live with my parents. Then I will not be rich. Okay, so DSR, here we go. 4 times native. So that means 8K on a 4K screen. Ha! So many pixels. Yeah, parents are the best, yeah. This channel exists thanks to you guys and my parents that put the house in. Anyway, 7680 by 4320. That'll be fun. Imagine not living with your parents. Yeah, I mean, do you guys live without parents? Is it a good port? So far, so good. 4K 30 even on a 1050 Ti, so good stuff. ¿Te gusta el soccer? No, la verdad que no. Es madraco. A mí el soccer me importa 3 pepinos, honestamente. Many thanks. Thanks to you, man. Vas a ir hoy seguro para más tranquilidad. Mañana eliminatoria de Conmebol. Bueno. ¿Se llenan los restaurantes? Sí, ahora se llenan siempre. El COVID se fue por un buen rato. If 1080p is 1K, 2160p is 4K, then 4320p is called 8K? I don't know, man. I'm not a nerd enough to answer that question. No mate today? No, too late for mate. It's like 7 p.m., almost 7 p.m. right now. So yeah, no mate at the moment. Bad idea. I don't want diarrhea, thanks. And I want to sleep well, actually. Okay, I should have audio now. Hopefully. There we go. So we're doing 1080p first, which again, we already know that is going to be fine. But still, not a bad time to do it. But it's going to take a little bit longer due to shader cache. It's more like 2K since 1920. Yeah, I mean, it depends on who you ask. If you ask cinematographers what's 2K, they're going to say, oh, that's a little bit over 1080p. If you ask a gamer, they're going to say, oh, I don't know, maybe 1440p. And then some people will say, oh yeah, 2K, I don't know. So it really depends on who you're asking. I just say 1080p, 1440p, and 4K when you're gaming. When you're watching a movie, well, as many Ks as you want. But why use 2K and 3K and 1K? Just say 1080p, 1440p, or 4K. Just don't bother with the Ks, unless you're talking about 4K. ¿El demo tiene opción de poner modo ventana? Me voy a fijar. Santiago, ¿qué opinas de los procesadores Xeon? Y si son baratos, compralos, pero son muchos núcleos y chao. 3 minutes to midnight. Well, you're probably on India then, or Europe. So somebody's asking if windowed mode is available. I'm going to check it out. 1 sec. It's compiling shaders. And how's the poll going? Let's see. Okay, 6 cores and 12 threads. So 2 cores and 4 threads, only 2%. So, yeah. Most of you guys are rich then. Might as well if you don't use K anyway. Yeah. I mean, I never say 2160p. It just sounds boring. Just say 4K. Sounds professional. Then if I say, oh yeah, it's 2K. I don't know, it doesn't sound right. I have Xbox One, technically 8 cores, but garbage. Yeah, I mean, at its time, it was okay-ish. But those Jaguar cores, man. Dreadful. They always been. But at least right now we got good cores on the current gen consoles. Alright. Let's do dual. No, let's do hammer. The hammer so far has been my favorite. Oh yes, 0.05K resolution. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, 2160p sounds weird. Yeah, I agree. Why say that? I love when Digital Foundry says, oh yeah, 2160p. It makes it sound more professional, yeah, but it's so unnecessary. We already know Digital Foundry knows everything. But I love when people do technical talk, like it made any difference. I could be here and saying, hey guys, the performance at 2160p is absolutely pretty astonishing. And yeah, it sounds more professional, but it would be like forced. I don't know, sounds weird. I'm I am on 10900K, so on 10 cores, 20 threads. That's insane. What do you do on your computer? Do you do 3D rendering or something like that? Yeah, fake. I don't like being fake. I like being myself. Which doesn't mean being rude. It means expressing yourself in a good manner. Okay, 1080p. Yeah, it looks super blurry. Hang on. Something is off. Or maybe it's because I'm watching 1080p on a 4K screen. Anyway, so as you can see, 1080p is 100 FPS, but if you look into the distance, it drops into the 90s, just like the 570. So my advice, on a card like this, just go into the options, 150% resolution, and you should be good to go. Looks super sharp. So yeah, 150% image quality. You can be rude as long as you're honest and yourself. Well, it depends. I like to be respectful, but that's just being myself. I work in IT, so it gets used more than gaming, yeah. Makes sense. Yeah, 10 cores, 20 threads. Sounds more like virtual machines, or something like that, or video editing in a high level. M1 MacBook has 8 cores too, but no games. Well, games do work on the M1, actually, I think. I have a friend that has one. It's insane how fast that thing boots. The M1. Digital Foundry knows the source code of the games by just playing them. That's hilarious. Oh, that's probably true. Digital Foundry knows everything. Everything. They know how to emulate PS7 before the PS7 is announced and designed. They can watch 2 pixels and know from which console they're from. They know everything. I mean, thanks to Digital Foundry, I know how to do pixel counting. I'm pretty terrible at pixel counting, but thanks to Digital Foundry, I know how to pixel count and what a frame is. So, yeah, thanks to them I started doing YouTube, actually. Thanks to them and Total Biscuit. And Linus Tech Tips. Those really inspired me to make content. Digital Foundry videos are useful and the retro ones are quite good. Yeah, the retro ones are some of the ones I watch the most. John Linneman really knows what he's talking about. More so me being a PS1, I mean I started on the PlayStation 1. I'm 25, but my first console was PS1, then PS2, PS3. So it's nice to see those consoles being covered on DF Retro. I love that. Resident Evil 2 especially was a nice episode. You can use your MacBook as mousepad while gaming your gaming PC. Is that true? That's insane. Anyway, 1080p as you can see, completely fine. Let's do 1440p. Okay, so 1440p. We're already at 150% resolution, so on native 1440p we get 90 frames like the 570. And on 150% resolution we are over 60 frames. So now it's 1440p high. There we go. High settings, no depth of field, and 150% image quality. Super sharp, without a doubt.
Looks useful.
Is that a banana hammer? Yes. I'm pretty sure it is. Do you think it's safe to place a 3700X on an Asus Prime B350 Plus motherboard? Let me check on the internet. Which CPUs are supported on that motherboard? One sec. B450. Oh, I lost your comment. Dang it. Oh, B350. B350 Plus. in the meantime, let's move around. I don't want to die. I hate Asus websites. B350 Plus. Let me check the specifications while I run around the game, pretending I know what I'm doing. It should be fine. As long as, yeah, I'm seeing here the CPU compatibility. Should be fine. Just make sure that the BIOS is updated. That's kind of the thing. As long as the BIOS is up to date, should run just fine. I wouldn't worry about it. Just don't overclock. And you're good to go. Although, yeah, for the BIOS update, make sure to have a compatible Ryzen CPU. Something that is compatible with the actual BIOS on the motherboard. And then just do the CPU change. But you probably need a BIOS update, yeah. BIOS update is absolutely necessary, but I'm afraid of VRM temperatures. You should be okay. Just do not overclock. As long as you don't overclock, you should be fine. So yeah, first an Atari 2600 LOLs 1989, then my own NES on 1990. You're old. Yeah, you are. I mean, when you got your NES, I was -5 years old, so that's how old you are. But we still appreciate you, man. If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be here talking about video games, I think. I don't know where that came from, but I'll take it. Yeah, exactly how Hito says, 3700X, stock settings, and you're good to go. So as you guys can see, 1440p high with 150% resolution. Completely sharp, incredibly smooth. Let's do 4K now, shall we? 4K, here we go. Oh, and I forgot to check if windowed mode is available. Oh, and we're at 150% resolution, so 1 sec, I need to change that. There we go. 100% resolution at 4K. And let me check if there is a windowed mode option. I'm guessing you guys are asking about windowed mode because FSR with Magpie or lossless scaling. There is full screen HDR, full screen, borderless windowed, and windowed mode. So yeah, windowed mode is a thing. For the people wondering. And there's also borderless full screen. Great job, Capcom. Great job. Okay, so 4K, highest settings. I wasn't even born during the NES SNES era. Same. Okay, so 4K, highest settings, 100% resolution, not 150. And we're good. So let's get out of the quest and restart it. So 4K 60 apparently is a thing, even on the 570. So great job, Capcom. Despite this being a Switch game, it runs amazingly well. I was born 1 month after the N64 launched. And when is that? Let's try a different character. Something that retains the audience for longer, more audience retention. A woman. Well, this actually looks interesting. Anyway. So 60 frames at 4K. Mind blown. And no stutter. Great job, Capcom. Great job. Kinda looks like Nier Automata. Well, yeah, now that I'm using a woman, yeah, it's Nier Automata now. That's kinda how it goes nowadays. It has an anime character, a woman, in a animated setting. Oh, it's Nier Automata? Yeah, that's kinda life right now. And cap frame rate in the menus is kinda bad in my opinion. What do you mean? Well, yeah, that's true, actually. But in the main menu, that's not a thing. That's only when you are selecting the character. So I'm guessing that's 1% of the time. Did you know New World is causing problems with more GPUs outside RTX cards? I didn't know. That's interesting. I haven't played New World. I just skipped over it. I played the beta and I just get views in the beta video. I'm so uninterested about New World. Sí, tal cual. Mr. Styles, tal cual. Okay, yeah, I think I like this character better than my previous one. It's way faster on the movement side. I played Monster Hunter in 2004 and I played all of them. Best game ever. Well, then you're going to enjoy this one. Without a doubt. Nier Automata was really hyped. I remember 2B was everywhere. Well, yeah, it still is everywhere. And I don't blame people for having her everywhere. Understandable. I would do the same. Why the game is not running at all? What do you mean? I fainted. Oh no. So yeah, 4K, 60 frames. Completely doable on a 1650 Super. That VRAM is a little bit high though. But if that's an issue, just lower those textures. But the improvement on the over the Switch version should be pretty obvious, I think. I haven't played the Switch version personally. When I watched the Digital Foundry video, it looked pretty low resolution on the texture side of things. 2B was everywhere, but not for her skills, if you know what I mean. I do not know what you mean. You gotta explain yourself. Ninja Gaiden on Nintendo NES was an awesome game, and it was pretty difficult. That was the original Dark Souls. That's the Dark Souls of NES games. Yeah, Nier Automata is a masterpiece, yeah, I agree. One of my favorite games ever. For all the right reasons. You are taking your 3700X into consideration because it seems to be the most powerful CPU that is compatible with your motherboard. And you're too lazy to change it? What do you mean, the motherboard? Yeah. Yeah, for some reason, guys, it's looking pretty choppy on the live stream. Give me one sec. Let's try that again. Okay, that's better. Yeah, for some reason the image was pretty choppy. Big fan? Well, welcome, mister. Alright, here we come. Yeah, I do not know how to play this character. Oh, never mind. I think I understood now. You can always wait for the 3950X to be less than 200 in like 10 years. Yeah, same. Or I could wait and not buy any games in 10 years. So we wait and we get it for free on the Epic Store eventually. Yeah, that's kind of the thing now. You shouldn't buy games, guys. Just wait a decade and you'll get them for free. Or remade with all the DLC. Anyway, so guys, 4K is fine. Let's do 8K. But in order to do 8K, I need to do some adjustments in the options menu.
Oh man.
Nice prehistoric nerd. That's hilarious. You're 2 centimeters taller than me and 25 kilograms heavier. Sorry, 35. Yeah, 25 kilograms heavier. So come here, man. Give me a hug. But with a face mask, please. I don't want to get sick. Anyway. So it's time now to do 8K. So we're putting everything on the minimum. So everything on the absolute lowest. So we can get enough VRAM to spare.
Back to the village.
Should I just play this game on an emulator? I can't wait till next year. Well, next year is right around the corner, man. We're in October. In a couple months, we are basically in 2022. So 2.5 months, 70 something days, Monster Hunter Rise will release. So just wait, man. You got this. You can play any other game. In the meantime, Santiago fan meet event. That will be a difficult one because you guys are in Brazil, the US, Europe, and Asia. So that will be quite a fan meeting. We should meet up in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. So it's close to everyone. Everyone has to travel the same distance. So yeah, we meet up in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. So yeah, nobody can say, oh no, I cannot make it, it's too far away. No, everybody will do the same distance. Okay, everything on the lowest. We go back into the main menu. And in the desktop we gotta force 8K, so wish me luck, I'm going to need it. Just wait, man, story of my life, same. Been there, done that. So now it's time for 8K, 7680 by 4320. Oh man, this is going to be hard on the GPU. The GPU is already crying. I mean, look at the size. If I put 100% scaling, look at the size of the icons in the desktop. That's insane. It takes forever to move the mouse. So 8K. 8K lowest, 100% image quality. The beginning of the end. Of course, I hug everyone, every single one of you guys. How much do you think I can sell a 584 gigabytes in the US? I do not know. Just check out the cheapest new one and put it at a similar price. Okay, it's already frozen. It already feels like a Disney film. Frozen. Whoa, what happened? Okay. Yeah, the game crashed. So 8K doesn't even launch the game. The RE engine says YET and it's out. So yeah, 8K, not a thing. So yeah, let's do 1080p super quick on the 750 Ti and we're done. 700% zoom, that's insane. I mean, look at this, ridiculously large resolution. I cannot even see what I'm doing. Let's go back to 4K. It happens, what can you do? Let's do 750 Ti super quick. I'm only going to do it on one resolution because this is only a demo. So yeah, one sec. Here we go, 750 Ti and then 1030, just super quick. Now let's do just the 750 Ti, I'm tired. That's enough of an excuse. So, legendary card from 2014, since the game is running so well, I'm guessing it's time to go. And I'll do the 1030 and the 1050 and the 1650 non-super as a separate video. You are 163 centimeters tall and you're 30. And? What's the issue? I cannot find the problem. Size doesn't matter. Santiago 2021. But I'm 6 feet tall, so it does matter. But it doesn't. Yeah, the 1050 Ti was the first GPU here. And we're now doing the 750 Ti just for the laughs. Let's see if it launches. It's a DX12 title. So it's well optimized. Yeah, so far so good. Considering the visuals, I think it's a good PC port so far. Anyway, we should be back in the computer now. Yep, there we go. So now we're doing very quickly only one resolution on the 750 Ti. I'm guessing 1080p 30 more than easy to do. So let's do 1080p high from the get-go. Yeah, look up eBay on the 580 on eBay and try to put the lowest used price and you should be good to go. Weird flex, but okay. No worries, man. Yeah, size doesn't matter, guys. And I mean that in every way possible. It doesn't matter. Just be yourself. Classic word. Just be yourself. RE engine. Saving game, do not quit. Wait, what? Rise is coming to PC? Yeah, on January, but now there's a demo that you can try. It's on Steam. So yeah. Oh, compiling shaders. This will take a while. Yeah, same. Beni Oficial, same. In Uruguay, it will be the same. Says the 6 feet, the 6 feet tall man says size doesn't matter. He's like a giant. Yeah, I know. How did I miss this? I just bought it on Switch. No! Well, I mean, it's nice to have this on the go, I think, in my opinion. But it's so easy to run on PC. Can I run Dying Light 2 on 1050 Ti 1080p 30 frames? We're going to see once it releases. Okay, the shader compilation I think is frozen. We gotta wait and see. Are you considered short, average, or tall in your country? In my country, I'm considered tall, yeah. But I don't know how it is in another country. Maybe in Europe, I'm considered average. Who knows? How tall are you? I'm 6 feet. That's basically it. I mean 6 feet or 183 centimeters or 184. Around that number, yeah. It really depends on the on the region. In some regions I'm 183 centimeters, and then if you're in the US, I'm 6 feet. In my school days we were tall kids, no idea why, same. I was always the kid that looked like a teenager, but I was a kid. I remember, yeah. I was like super tall back then. Yeah, I'm a big boy. I'm a tall guy. Kinda. A little bit higher than average. Hi, do you believe PS5 more powerful than 2070 overclock? Depends on the game, really. Depends on the game. The PS5 has the advantage that it's the same hardware on all the machines, so developers can optimize for it. On the 2070 Super, great GPU. I'm 6 feet, 183 centimeters more or less, so here in my country it's normal, not tall, not small. Gotcha. Free Guy. Yeah, I need to watch that one. ¿Cuánto tiempo más crees que me dure mi 1060? Y no sabría decirte, pero mientras no sea la de 3 GB, está bien por un buen rato. What do you need 6 feet for? 2 is fine for me. I don't know, man. I'm just used to it. Yo tengo 6 núcleos y 12 hilos. Está bien. So you guys, 227 votes, 6 cores and 12 threads, 41% of you. That's interesting. I was expecting 4 cores, 4 threads, or 4 cores, 8 threads. Pretty interesting. For a minute I thought you were talking about your peepees. No, I wish. I wish. I prefer not to talk about it. The less is said about my peepee, the better. Okay, high resolution textures. It says that it's not a good idea, but we're going to try it later. Let's go for high settings. So yeah, we turn on everything. Oh, you can put default motion blur or super heavy motion blur. Let's disable it. Depth of field, no thanks. Film grain. Okay, so let's try it without the high resolution textures, which will be the switch settings. No, prehistoric nerd. The opposite. It's average, or so I've been told. High res textures off. So for now, just to check it out, we're going to try without the high resolution textures. You can enable them while you're playing the game, but the switch should be using the same settings, maybe lower settings than this. Not 12 cores, 24 threads. No, that's too much. Too many cores and threads. Bueno, beneficiario, lo puedes hacer. No es una mala idea. Can't believe 4 cores, 8 threads, master race lost on the poll. Yeah, cannot believe it. My day is ruined. Qué mal se escribe en móvil en horizontal. Sí, literal. Casi intentando eso. Alright, guys. So, yeah, definitely VRAM is an issue on this one. I'm already noticing those drops. As you can see, these drops on the X12 are VRAM related, without a doubt. Let me see if I can make it worse. So I'm enabling the high resolution textures to kill the performance even more. Let's see. Yeah, no. Still not enough VRAM. So maybe you guys do not notice, but the VRAM usage is... Oh, okay. The high VRAM usage is from the shadows. Let's put them on average. There we go. That fixes the problem. Okay, you can maybe use high resolution textures, but as you can see on the 1050 on the 750 Ti, the issue is the shadow quality. As you can see, it says, oh, okay, it's 30 frames. Yeah, but the VRAM is too high. Look at the menu. It says, oh, you're using 4.5 gigabytes. But if I lower those shadows to average, I use half the VRAM usage, according to the game, half the amount. So yeah, it gives us double the performance because it frees up the VRAM that was covered from the high resolution shadows. So yeah, it runs completely fine. No problems whatsoever. Again, just make sure to lower those shadows to average. We're now going to try the high resolution textures. So we're restarting the game. 1 sec. Who isn't using Windows 10? Oh yeah, let's do a poll about that. Now that we're here, we might as well. So, which one right now? Windows 10. Because gaming, yeah, just Windows 10, Windows 11. Let's see which one. Windows 10 is going to win on that one, I'm pretty sure. Why did the demo come out so early? I don't know, but I'm happy that it came out. Sí, tal cual, Teoz, tal cual. So now the high resolution textures are enabled. Which maybe, just maybe, we might be able to play the game just fine. Let's see. Who's using Windows 11? Some people might be. I tried it and really not worth it. Not worth the upgrade so far. Yeah, you can vote, yeah. Windows 7? No, you cannot vote then. Alright, as you can see, the high resolution textures kill the performance. Why? Because VRAM. So avoid those high res textures. We only have 2 gigs of VRAM. Oh, those are disabled, never mind. So the game doesn't allow me to enable them. Let's try that again. Windows Vista Master Race.
I must return to the village.
I must return to the village. So what we're doing is high settings, 100% image quality, and normal shadows, because VRAM. No, I don't want to pre-order. Is the frame rate locked? No. It's completely unlocked. Windows 9? Yeah, I don't know where Windows 9 is. We missed on the fun on that one. Okay, average shadows, high resolution textures. We quit the game and we try it again. I'm pretty sure those high resolution textures are just better, smaller textures on the main characters. But let's give it a shot. Windows 9. Notice me, senpai. There you are. Found it. Found you. Jit Price. Welcome back, man. How are you doing? Good seeing you once again. You have Windows 7 laptop to burn PS1 games, as it has the 1x speed. Modern burners are too fast. That's insane. I cannot believe that's a thing. I thought they could do any speed they wanted. What do you mean they cannot go at 1x? That's insane. Okay, high resolution textures, normal shadows. And let's see how it goes. Do you recommend upgrading to Windows 11 right now? No. It's just a visual upgrade. Visual, I mean the interface looks better, but everything is in different places, so I don't know. I don't like it. Okay. So the high resolution textures appear to be working just fine. So yeah. You can do 1080p at 60 frames. Incredible. And I know, it's a Nintendo Switch game, but still. Yeah, you can still do good things. Just make sure, again, shadows on average. If you put them on high, as you can see, you drop below 30 frames. Why is that? Because we only have 2 gigs of VRAM. Put it on average and boom, 60 frames. Easy. Why is he dressed up as a banana? I don't know, but it looks cool, not gonna lie. I wish I had that suit in real life. Imagine going into the street dressed as a banana. My life would be different. 750 Ti 1080p 60 frames in 2021, legendary. Hell yeah. And on a DX12 game, nonetheless. On a DX12 game. Mind blown. What keyboard and mouse are you using? They are not in the description. That's a good question. I'm using an MX Keys keyboard and G502 mouse. Logitech G502 and an MX Keys keyboard. But the MX Keys keyboard is pretty expensive. I use it because I can do multiple devices. So I swap between computers using that keyboard. So I have one keyboard for 2 computers. That's probably why I didn't put it in the description, because it's pretty expensive. But I'm pretty sure that the mouse is down there. What the hell? Yeah, the mouse should be in the description. It's a G502. Looks like a PSP game. I don't think so. Maybe like a PS3-ish. Kind of early PS4 game, give or take. So PSP game, I think you didn't play enough PSP. But this is a Nintendo Switch game, that's why it looks not like Monster Hunter World. But to be a Switch game, pretty impressive. I'm not saying it looks photorealistic or anything, but the art style holds up, I think. And it even has some screen space reflections going on. But yeah, it's not the best looking game ever, of course. But it's not trying to be. But again, considering it's a Switch game, runs well, it launches on a 750 Ti, and you can do 60 frames. I guess I won't have to worry about settings with an 8GB card, right? Yeah, nothing to worry about, you're okay. It even runs on a 2GB GPU. Even the game is telling me, hey man, you only have 2 gigs. And with the settings you selected, you're using 3 gigs. Well, that's absolute BS. I'm using 2 gigs. As you can see. So yeah, let's do 1440p later. Well, maybe. Let's do 150% resolution in a bit. But as of right now, 1080p is fine. 60 frames, 100% image quality, normal shadows for performance reasons and VRAM reasons. How does Monster Hunter World perform? Much worse. Monster Hunter World runs a lot worse. Alright, yeah, let's do 150% resolution. So we get a sharper image. Which is incredible that we can do this on a 750 Ti. But hey, here we are in 2021 with a 750 Ti running a new game at 150% 1080p. Yeah, it looks super sharp now. Nadie con un monitor 1440p tiene una 750 Ti, Santi. Ya sé. Lo peor es que tenés razón, no lo había pensado eso. Qué boludo. Some people are saying, dude, if you have a 750 Ti, you probably don't have a 1440p display. And you're right, I didn't think about that. But you can do 150% resolution. Which is nice, looks razor sharp. Also guys, how does this game run on the Switch? Is it 30 frames or 60 frames? Considering the numbers I'm getting here, I'm guessing it's 60 frames, right? On the Switch. Will you test Forza Horizon 5 next month? Hell yeah. Super pumped for that one. You have a 1050 Ti and I don't even have a 1080p monitor. Makes sense. Yeah. If you're on a budget GPU, probably 1080p is high end. 30 frames on the Switch? What? What the hell? How? How is this 30 frames on the Switch? Maybe CPU limited. That's insane. If that's the case, then the PC version is incredibly well optimized, because I can do 1080p 60 on a 1050 Ti. On a 750 Ti. Any chance I'm testing Switch emulators? Yeah, in the future. Right now with the new releases, I'm kinda falling behind with emulators. 30 frames at 720p, I cannot believe that. That's insane. It's insane that it's 30 frames on the Switch, considering how well it runs on the 750 Ti. I mean, I'm doing so many pixels right now. Again, 50% more pixels on 1080p. So this is basically over 1440p right now. The human eye can only see 15 frames per second. Right, I know. It happens all the time. I always say, why 60 frames if the human eye can only see 15? Anything over 15 FPS is a waste. Doesn't make sense. My awareness is not that high. Has the 570 already been tested? Yeah, and it was 1080p 100 FPS. I'm not kidding. It was 4K 60 frames on the 570. Anyway, I think I saw enough of the game. They did a great job with the PC version. Runs fantastically well. So yeah guys, thank you so much for watching this live stream. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did not hitting my targets properly. And I'll see you tomorrow with which game? With... I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow actually, we'll see. On Friday we're doing Crysis 2 and 3 Remastered though. So see ya probably on Friday. Thanks for watching guys. And if you want to play the demo, link in the description. Bye bye. Thanks for watching guys. Thank you. See you next time. Love you all. Bye bye. See ya next time. What am I doing with my life?